Hello there you guys, welcome to another one of my live videos, and big breaking news that is coming out of the press. Quite a few media outlets have reported on it, and according to the German press that I've just been reading, that reportedly Chelsea have reached an agreement with Borussia Dortmund, and Chelsea have reportedly agreed personal terms for the signing of Christian Pulisic next summer. I think the fee, according to the German press, is recommended at around 45–50 million pounds, but reportedly Chelsea have reportedly had personal terms have been agreed, and reportedly they've come to an agreement with Dortmund after Chelsea have been in negotiations with Borussia Dortmund over this. And I think the fee is around about that Chelsea and Dortmund have agreed around a £45 million fee for next summer. Chelsea are obviously keen on getting him in the January window, but obviously Borussia Dortmund have made it clear they're reluctant to let him go in the January transfer window, as we all currently know. But reportedly, I don't know if a fee has actually fully been agreed yet. This is just according to the German press that reportedly personal terms have been agreed. But I think the fees estimated at around 45–50 million pounds, which obviously Borussia Dortmund rate him at. But reportedly, Chelsea have agreed a 45 million fee of the signing of Pulisic for next summer. So I don't think a deal will be done in the January transfer window, as we all know. As it has just speculation just come out as well that reportedly Arsenal have just recently Arsenal have just recently had a £35 million bid turned down for the player as well. So reportedly Chelsea have been in negotiations, and reportedly somewhere along the line the German press have reported that Chelsea have come to an agreement with Borussia Dortmund, and reportedly the transfer has been confirmed for next summer. And I think the fee is going to be around 45–50 million pounds, or maybe a bit more. But it said in a few media outlets that the fees around 45 million pounds. That's been agreed, but definitely reportedly according to the German press, the personal terms have been agreed, as we all know. But potentially we know that Liverpool have also been in talks. They've been keen on getting the player as well. But he'll be a very good signing for Chelsea. As we all know, they'll be a bit disappointed, that they can't get him in the January transfer window, because Chelsea look as though I think they definitely need an attacker the Chelsea, because they need a centre forward in this upcoming January transfer window, because obviously Eden Hazard, there's been no sign of him signing a new contract yet. That needs solving out. Looks like Morata is on his way out as well. There's a few teams interested in that Callum Hudson, as we all know, because he's not getting enough game time, as we all know, and there's been no sign of him signing a new contract with Chelsea. So potentially this will be a very good signing for Chelsea. It would be a good replacement for Eden Hazard, but obviously Chelsea want Eden Hazard to stay. So if you put him alongside Eden Hazard and Olivier Giroud and all that, I think he complement Chelsea's team fantastically well. Christian Pulisic, he's good young age talent. He is only 20 years of age. He's got all the years ahead of him, as we all currently know, and it would be good for him to come and experience the Premier League. Christian Pulisic, he's under contract, Dortmund, as we all know, till 2020. Borussia Dortmund have been keen on trying to sign him a new long-term contract with the club. There's been no sign of it happening, as we all know, and he's progressing up the ranks fantastically well, and he has been in the senior squad since 2016 as Christian Pulisic, and he is only 20 years of age, but he's been out of favour at Borussia Dortmund this season as the player. Obviously, because Janko Sanko is the favourite, but his attacking mid, he can play out wide, he's tenacious, he's good on the ball, he has got a lot of good genuine pace, as Christian Pulisic is as well. He is American. As we all know, is the current player. But as I said, Liverpool have also been keen on getting the player, as we all know, because potentially Klopp has a good relationship with him. Klopp used to work with him at Borussia Dortmund, as we all currently know. But obviously, the Liverpool owners, FSG, are American, and so too is the player as well. So it looks like potentially Chelsea, who got, they were the second biggest spenders last summer. They paid £57 million for Jorginho. They paid a world record fee for the goalkeeper as well, which was Kepa, I think, from Atletico Bilbao. But everybody knows that Chelsea need a centre forward in their team. They do need to strengthen up their attacking line, as we all know. And they have got quite a few potential targets, for this upcoming January transfer window. So reportedly, it's not fully guaranteed. It's just according to the German press, they've allegedly reported on that Chelsea have come to an agreement with Dortmund. Reportedly, the personal terms have been agreed. Some media outlets saying a fee's been agreed at around 45 million, but there was some saying that a fee has actually not come to a full agreement yet between the two teams. But as we all know, Chelsea have been in negotiations, as we all know. It's in a few media outlets, as I currently said. So yeah, it looks like, partly what I've said now. It did say in the press the other week that I did prefer the move to Chelsea, that I did want to go to Chelsea, did Christian Pulisic, because he's keen on coming to the Premier League, as we all know. But he can score goals, he can create chances, he's quick on the ball. He's got a lot of tempo to his play, as I said. So I think he'll do well at Chelsea. Christian Pulisic, he's never had an experience of being playing in the Premier League, as we all know. So yeah, see what happens. But obviously, Chelsea have got other targets as well, as I did say, about Alvaro Morata and Gonzalo Higuain. Potentially, I think Alvaro Morata's going to go anyway, because it's obviously fallen down the pecking order there with Chelsea as Alvaro Morata, as I said. But Alvaro Morata obviously spent most of his playing career with Real Madrid, as we all know. When he was younger in his prime, as I currently said, he's really struggled, to make a name for himself since the Premier League. Chelsea paid £60 million for him, but he's got fast pace, he's good in the air, he's got a lot. He can have tenacity about his play. You can put him up front, you can put him on the wing, as well, Alvaro Morata. But as I said, he's out of favour at Chelsea, and he's no longer number one choice under Sarri. So it does look likely he's going to make the move to AC Milan, because we all know there has been talks of potentially Gonzalo Higuain and Alvaro Morata as a swap deal. Gonzalo Higuain to Chelsea, Alvaro Morata to AC Milan, and I think Gonzalo Higuain is keen on making the move to Chelsea, as it reportedly said in the media, that there's been discussions of a loan exchange and then the option to permanently buy. But Alvaro Morata, he's keen on going back to Italy, because he had 2 years with Juventus as well. Alvaro Morata, as we all know. But as I said, Gonzalo Higuain's really struggled. He struggled much at AC Milan. Obviously AC Milan paid his £16-17 million to get him on loan. He's 31 years of age. He's a proven prolific goal scorer. He's done well at every team he's been at. He's won silverware, he's won individual awards, and he's scored lots and lots of goals. And Sarri's actually keen on a reunion. Sarri's keen on a reunion with Gonzalo Higuain, because Sarri used to work with him, whilst he was at Napoli, as we all currently know. When he was younger in his prime, he was great at Real Madrid. He had 6 great years with Real Madrid. He did very, very well. He scored 100-odd goals in 190 appearances. In Napoli, he bagged 36 goals in one season. I think that was under the management of Sarri as well. So he had 3 great years with Napoli. With Juventus, I think he spent 2 years with Juventus. As I said, he got them to the 2017 Champions League final. Juventus paid £89 million for him, as we all know, and he is South American, as we all know. But potentially now he sits at AC Milan on loan, does the player. So potentially has been also talks of Gonzalo Higuain and Alvaro Morata as a swap deal. But Christian Pulisic reportedly, according to the German press, reportedly Chelsea have reached an agreement with Borussia Dortmund after negotiations have been going on, and reportedly the personal terms have been agreed, and reportedly I think the fee is recommended to be around 45 million, 50 million pounds or something like that. I don't know if the fee has been fully agreed. It says in some media outlets that a fee has actually come to an agreement here, and it's around 45 million pounds. But it'd be good for him to come and experience the Premier League. As I said, it would be good for the player. So potentially Eden Hazard, as I said, his future's still uncertain with Chelsea. I don't think he's gonna fully commit it until the end of the season, according to the media. I know that Real Madrid have been linked with Eden Hazard. He's admitted in the past that he's loved Real Madrid, did Eden Hazard, but obviously now he's got over a century of goals for Chelsea now, Eden Hazard, as we all know. And potentially Chelsea know how much of a central player he is. He's strong, he's quick, he's very, very good in the air. His close ball control is very, very good, and he links up with his teammates very, very well. Eden Hazard is potentially the best player Chelsea have got. He's one of the best players in the Premier League, not their best, but one of the best, as I said. And he's grown and developed fantastically well. And look, he's an amazing player now. He's Premier League proven, as we all currently know. And whether he goes to Real Madrid or not, I do not know, as we all currently know. But Real Madrid have been linked with Eden Hazard. But to be honest with you, he may stay at Chelsea, I do not know, but there's been no sign of him signing a new contract. He's been in the Premier League a good 7-8 years now. He's won honours with Chelsea, scored loads and loads of goals, as we all know. But it was good when he was a lot younger in his time, with his ex-club Lille. He was there 8 years, and he performed well. He performed well there as well, did Eden Hazard. But as I said, at this moment in time, he hasn't fully committed his Chelsea future yet at the current moment. But as it said regarding Christian Pulisic, it did say as well, so Arsenal must have been keen on getting the player, because we also know that Arsenal have got problems potentially And Arsenal do need to strengthen up, and they need to have depth, and they need to bolster their squad, as we all know, because they've got a few players guaranteed to leave. They've got injury problems, as I did update you on my preview, on that Liverpool Arsenal preview yesterday. They've got injury problems of Arsenal, as we all know. So potentially they've got Danny Welbeck that's set to leave at the end of the season, or if he leaves in January, I do not know. Aaron Ramsey, there's a few teams that have been monitoring him, as we all currently know. Reportedly, the latest team to be interested has been PSG. Paris Saint-Germain have been in negotiations. They're willing to offer him an 18-month contract. I think a fee of around £20 million in January. Juventus have also been interested in him. A few teams have expressed the interest in him, as I said. But I think he's available on the free transfer next summer. So potentially, if I were Arsenal, Arsenal should rather cash in for the player in this upcoming January transfer window rather than let him go on a 3 next summer, because blatantly he's not signing a new contract with Arsenal, as we all know. So they'll have to identify a replacement for him. As I did say to you, Ozil's future is still uncertain with Arsenal of potentially, what he's doing. I don't know if he's going to stay or leave, because he hasn't really adapted himself, under Emery. He had a good start to the season. Then he was injured early on in the season. He has been struggling with consistency and form, and he has missed quite a few of Arsenal's key games this season, as we all know. So potentially there has been a few teams monitoring Mesut Ozil. Arsenal don't know how much of an essential player he is. Arsenal paid £42.5 million for him from Real Madrid, and he's Premier League proven now. He's obviously got a contract, worth over £350,000 a week. He signed this last year, as we all know. So potentially his future is still uncertain. But the latest name that Arsenal are linked with, as I've updated you on my past couple of videos, is Ever Benga. He's a Sevilla player. Emery has had experience of working with him. Reportedly, the representative of Everbangi, if I pronounce his name right, the representative of him, has been in London to hold negotiations over him potentially making a move to Arsenal. Reportedly, Arsenal want to get a deal over the line worth about £18-20 million. The player himself has reportedly got an £18 million release clause. He is a midfielder, so if Ozil was to leave, he would be a good replacement for Ozil, reportedly. Supposed to be a very, very good player. He's never played in the Premier League, of course, but supposed to be a very, very good player. He's a Sevilla player. He's won 2 Europa Leagues with Sevilla. Of course, he had this season with Inter Milan. He's been on loan at Newell's Old Boys and Atletico Madrid. When he was at Valencia, quite a lot of years. He won the Copa del Rey. I think he made about 162 appearances when he was at Valencia, the playing. He actually began his career with He began his career with Boca Juniors as well. Did the player? He is Argentinian, as we all know. He is 30 years of age, so reportedly Arsenal have been linked with him as well. So Arsenal have potentially got a few targets on their radar, as we all know. And there were talks in the press the other week that reportedly there were talks of Ozil and Isco as a potential swap deal, and Arsenal would take Isco all day long. He's a very good player. He's out of favour now at Real Madrid under Santiago Solari. He's Mesut Ozil. Is Isco, as we all know, but great midfielder, great attacking midfielder, strong, quick, tenacious, very, very good in the air, as we all currently know. And now he's at Real Madrid. He's obviously worked at under Manuel Pellegrini in the past with Malaga. He's risen up the ranks with Valencia, as we all know. He played in the Valencia team, when he was younger in his prime, as we all know. Potentially now he's under contract with Real Madrid till 2022. He's got around the 600 million odd release clause in his current deal. Isco, but there were talks about that the other week, and of Isco and Ozil a potential swap deal. A lot of Arsenal fans would take him because he's strong, he's good in the air, he can create chances, he can pass the ball very, very well, and his speed's unbelievable as well. And he was very, very good under Zinedine Zidane. He has been at Real Madrid since 2013. He has won 4 Champions Leagues with Real Madrid, as we all know, since he's been there, and he's won other honours as well. But potentially, it did mention about Ozil and Isco the other week about a potential swap deal in the media. But we know Arsenal have got a few other potential targets. They've been interested in Lille's Nicholas Pepe, as we all know, reportedly rated at around 50-60 million pounds. Reportedly, I don't know if Arsenal have been in any negotiations, but reportedly Arsenal have been interested in him. He's Ivory Coastan. He's been a full international since 2016 as a player, and he's a Lille player. Reportedly, his performances for Lille in France have been very, very good. He signed a 5-year deal back in June 2017, was it? So I think he's got like 4 years left on his current deal as the player. He is a winger, and as we all know, Arsenal are in search for a winger. they are in search for a winger, and they've been in search for a defender as well, because I do think they need to strengthen the defence. So I definitely do think they need a winner, because Mkhitaryan and Irobi out delivering the goods, and obviously Mkhitaryan's injured now, as we all know, and they've got other injuries as well, so they have got problems. Don't forget they've also been monitoring Boca Juniors. Christian Pavon as well. He's got a 40-odd million release clause, reportedly. Boca Juniors player, only young, so he is still in his prime, is the player. So, reportedly, Arsenal have been interested in him as well. I know Ousmane Dembele, Arsenal have been monitoring and interested in. I think Ousmane Dembele would be a good signing for them. Ousmane Dembele, he can perform very, very well for Barcelona. I can't see Barcelona willing to do any business in January. I think he may leave next summer. I think Barcelona will demand that they want around 100 million euros for the player, Ousmane Dembele. Of course, I think he signed for them last year. Barcelona paid an initial 106 million euro pounds for Ousmane Dembele. As we all know, he hasn't had the best of times at Barcelona, especially throughout his first season. At Barcelona with lack of game time, injuries as well. And I think he's been struggling to get minutes under his belt this season. I think has he been injured this season, Ousmane Dembele? I'm not too sure, to be quite honest with you. But he is a very, very good player, and he is only 21 years of age. You can put him out on the wing, you can put him up front as well. And I think he complement the likes of Aubameyang and Lacazette very, very well. And they are two good players for Arsenal that are delivering the goods. They've got pace, they press high at the pitch, they score goals, the finishing's very, very good as well. So that were two good signings for Arsenal, as we all know. But they got 5 signings last summer, but I still think Emery needs a couple of windows, to bolster his squad more, to get Arsenal, future title contenders, as we all currently know. But they still do look a better team under Emery. But Ousmane Dembele is obviously an ex-Borussia Dortmund player. As a youngster, he actually played for Rennes, did Ousmane Dembele, as we all know. But he won the La Liga and Cup this fifth season, with Barcelona, who actually won the Pokal Cup with Borussia Dortmund. He actually scored in that final as well, did Ousmane Dembele. So Arsenal have got a few potential targets, that they're interested in, as I currently said. So Liverpool, we're reportedly interested in Christian Pulisic, as I said, and I think he's going to go and develop well in the Premier League. But it looks like the bookies were favouring Liverpool. Now all of a sudden, Arsenal put a £35 million bid in Christian Pulisic. It had been turned down at the bid, and reportedly Chelsea are favourites to get him. Reportedly, Chelsea have come to an agreement. Chelsea have reportedly agreed personal terms, and reportedly saying the fee hasn't actually been agreed, but I think the fee will be estimated at around £45-50 million. That's how much it will cost Chelsea to get him next summer. Because obviously Borussia Dortmund made it clear, the director of Borussia Dortmund made it clear they weren't willing to do any business in the January transfer window, as we all know. And that's enough for a young player. That is a lot for a young player at 20 years of age. At first the fee was recommended at around £70 million at the first, when the rumour came out about, teams, linked with Borussia Dortmund's Christian Pulisic. But, he is a good player, as we all know. So potentially Liverpool have had other targets. They've obviously, of course, been interested in RP Leipzig's Timo Werner. Liverpool have been interested in RP Leipzig's Timo Werner. They've also been interested in Borussia Mönchengladbach's Thorgan Hazard. But obviously Borussia Dortmund want a replacement anyway for Christian Pulisic. They've obviously been interested in Thorgan Hazard as well. Liverpool have also been interested in him. Reportedly, he's got a 26 million release clause as Thorgan Hazard. He's obviously brothers with Eden Hazard. I think Eden Hazard's his younger brother, and I think Keelan Hazard's his older brother, as we all know. The player is Belgium, as we all currently know. He's won Belgian Golden Shoe, Belgian Football of the Year, as we all currently know. But he is Belgium, is the player, as I said. He used to play for Chelsea, but he never played a competitive match for Chelsea. Began his career with Lens. He went on loan somewhere, and now he's currently at Borussia Mönchengladbach, and he's been permanently there since 2015 with Borussia Mönchengladbach as Thorgan Hazard. You can play him as attacking mid, you can play him out wide as well, the player. But reportedly, Liverpool are the team that have been monitoring and interested in him. And I think he's quick, he's strong, he's very, very good in the air. He's good at creating opportunities. He's strong on the ball. He's good at technically holding the ball as well of what I've seen of him. But he is a Borussia Mönchengladbach player, as I said. And reported, I think he's made over 100 appearances, since he's been at Borussia Mönchengladbach, Thorgan Hazard, as we all know. But yeah, reported Liverpool are the team that have been interested in him as well. Also, too, that Liverpool, as we all know, still keeping tracks on RP Legsby's Timo Werner. Reportedly, it's Bayern Munich that have been interested in Timo Werner, as we all know as well. He has been discussing in the past as Timo Werner about potentially, coming to play in the Premier League, as we all know. Potentially, I think he's keen on staying in Germany, but he's a good young player. He is only 22 years of age, as we all currently know. He is only 22 years of age. Is Timo Werner, as we all know, he's only 22 years of age. He's very, very good for RP Leipzig. I said he's grown and developed very, very well. He's still got a lot of years ahead of him. He leads the lines very, very well. And he scored a lot of goals this season for RP Leipzig, as we all know. But as I said, he won the Confederations Cup with Germany in 2017. He made his senior debut with Germany in 2017, his full international debut, as we all know. He was very, very good as a youngster. He was a prolific goal scorer at the youth international level, as we all know. And potentially he's an ex-Stuttgart player, risen up the ranks with Stuttgart. Broke into the senior team in 2013, had 3 years with them. Wasn't as good as he is now, as we all know. He actually became the youngest player to represent them, the youngest goal scorer ever. And now he's got a record of becoming the youngest player ever to appear in over 150 Bundesliga, to make 150 Bundesliga appearances, as we all currently know. But Liverpool are still tracking the interest in him as well, because Liverpool have got a great squad. Jurgen Klopp's invested in the last couple of seasons. They spent the most money last summer. They've got a great attacking trio with the Salah, Mane and Firmino, their pace, the way they create chances, the way they score goals is absolutely amazing. Liverpool have got a great team. They addressed the defensive problems, as we all know, with that signing of Virgil van Dijk. They've got a great chance of the league this season, as we all know, which they've never ever won the Premier League since it got founded, in 1993. We all know, and they haven't won it for 28 years, is it? Nearly 3 decades now. They haven't won it, as we all know. So I think they've got a great chance this season. We know we've seen it all before, that they've been close on a couple of occasions. Once they were 10 points in front of Man City, they blew it. 2009, when we beat them to the league, we won it by 4 points. So look, they had a good team then. They didn't win the league, but this is a different Liverpool team now, and Klopp's got that winning mentality. Klopp knows what he's doing. He's got them playing a great attacking football. So I think it's going to be Liverpool's year this season. I hate to say it because I'm a United fan. I don't want Liverpool or Man City to win it, as I said, because I hate both of them. But as I said, City have slipped up in the last couple of games. They've lost the last 2 league games, as we all know. And Pep Guardiola is still a great manager. As I said, he's won 24 trophies in his career. He's broken records. He was very, very good when he was at Barcelona and when he was at Bayern Munich. As we all know. But I think Liverpool are going to win it this season. They have got 2 difficult games coming up, so 7 points can be quite easily caught. All it takes is a couple of slip-ups, Arsenal's going to be difficult for them at the weekend. Today, should I say, as we all know. It's today, isn't it? Today, yeah. City, their next game, Liverpool's going to be very, very difficult for them, as we all currently know. So yeah, there's transfer rumours to update you with. You saw my Liverpool-Arsenal preview yesterday, so go check it out, as we all know. But as I said, it's going to be the 227th meeting between Liverpool and Arsenal, as we all know. I think the last 2 games have been draws, as we all know. And potentially Arsenal have failed to win in their last 5 trips to Anfield, but this is the 227th meeting with Liverpool winning 86, Arsenal winning 79, and there has been 61 draws between the teams, as I updated you on my preview yesterday. Liverpool are 7 games undefeated against Arsenal in all competitions. So the 7 games in all competitions undefeated against Arsenal, as we all know. And there has been 149 Premier League goals between the 2 sides as well. I think Liverpool have got Joe Matip out. Obviously, they've got Chamberlain out for the season. Arsenal have got a lot of injury problems, as we all know. Potentially, they've got Monreal out, they've got Bellerin out, they've got Welbeck out, they've got Mustafi out as well, they've got Rob Holding out, they've got Mkhitaryan out. They've got so many injury problems, I can't remember them all, but I think that's most of them I've told you anyway. So essentially it's going to be interesting to see, Umre's game plan for this game, as I currently said. But Liverpool in great form, top of the league, 7 points in front of City, 6 in front of Tottenham, as we all know. Goals, 43 goals scored, 7 only conceded, as we all know. But Arsenal have got problems defensively. But Arsenal, I think, will give it a go, as we all know. Arsenal will have their chances and moments in the game, as we all know. But Liverpool have got a great attacking team. It's going to be interesting to see how Arsenal, cope with their pace, as we all currently know, because they have been on a blip lately, Arsenal. I know they beat Burnley, but dropping points with Brighton away and dropping points at Tottenham in the Cup and dropping points against Southampton in the league. They have been on a bit of a blip lately. So after that, they had a great run. There were 22 games unbeaten, obviously, before Southampton ended their run, as we all know. But we know Arsenal's record against the top teams isn't that good anywhere. They don't have a great record against the top clubs, as we all know. Obviously, they lost to City at the beginning of the season. They lost to Chelsea on the second game of the season. They drew with us at Old Trafford. They haven't beaten us at Old Trafford since 2006 in the Premier League. So they've gone years without beating us at Old Trafford in the Premier League. But potentially, it will be a great game of football. It is an 5:30 kickoff, as we all currently know. So potentially, it will be a great game. I think it will be a Liverpool win. I think Arsenal will have their moments, but I think Liverpool are going to have too much potential, too much quality. They're really, really fast on the ball. I think they're going to cause Arsenal's defence all sorts of problems, and that's if Arsenal are going to be up for the task, and are they going to be able to cope with the pressure that Liverpool put on them with the pace of Salah and Firmino and Mane and all that, and they're very, very good defensively as well, Liverpool. But Arsenal still got their good players in their team. They've still got Aubameyang and Lacazette. They are proven now. They can score goals. I think both teams will score in the game. To be quite honest with you, it's quite favoured, for both teams to score in that game. But as I was saying, the big breaking news about this video is Christian Pulisic. Reportedly, Chelsea have agreed a deal to sign Christian Pulisic, but this won't be until next summer, as we all know, because Borussia Dortmund have made it clear, the director of Borussia Dortmund has made it clear they're not willing to do any business in the January transfer window, as we all know. So, anyway, guys, drop your comments, likes below on the channel. We will be coming a video soon again. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do consider subscribe to the channel, as always, and take care. God bless. I'll see you all again very, very soon, guys.